Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to review The Umbrellas of Cherbourg from 1964, directed by Jacques Demy. And in this film Nino Castelnuovo and Catherine Deneuve plays this young couple who's very much in love with each other, and really they love each other so much that they want to get married quite quick. But some circumstances happen that the man has to go to a military service, which makes them separate. But there's some interesting things that happens is that she becomes pregnant with their child, so that makes things much more complicated. And the film is really much structured in 3 acts. And in the first act, you are following the both their perspectives, really getting to you see their love for each other. In the second act, you pretty much follow Catherine Deneuve, and in the third act, you're following Nino Castelnuovo. So you are following two perspectives on the same situation, and you understand both their struggles and also how they feel about this whole situation. And then, because something that also happened in the second act is that there's another man who proposed to Catherine Deneuve, who really much is in love with her. So she has to decide what she feels is the right thing to do. At the same time, this film is also a musical, and not just an ordinary musical. It is very much a different type of musical where they sing all the time. The dialogue is music, Because what I also like about it is that the French language is very romantic. There's also some musicality about the language. So I actually think it makes quite sense that they are singing their words, because if you also just hear French people talk in movies in general, there is this sense of, how should I say, it can almost feels a bit like poetry, or like I said, a bit music. There's musicality in their voice, and you definitely, so it makes totally sense, but you have to get used to it. So I think this film is interesting also because the main theme for this film is the separation part, where the consequences happen. All their hopes and dreams about each other, to have family, to get married, it changes, and everything becomes upside down, because suddenly they can't have each other in 2 years, and she's pregnant. What can she do in these circumstances? And so in that way, the film, even though it's a musical, is also quite realistic in a way, because it explores young lives, the young love also. That you are, everything is so colorful, and you are so naive in the beginning, and suddenly reality comes into the life, and you have to take some responsible for your life, but also take some decision that's not always the nicest thing to do. So it's very interesting, I think, because of that. So it has this over the topness in the musicality, and more social realistic plot. Yeah, it's quite fascinating to watch, and at the same time, the film is so beautiful to look at. It's so, you can definitely see the technicolor vibes, the colors. It's all over the place. The houses, the inside the building. It's just, you can't find a more, I said, colorful film than this in terms of, if you look at old school films. This is the right one if you love technical and love films that looks nice. This is the film for you, In terms of the music in general, I'm a big fan of Michel Legrand, the composer for this film. But I have to be honest, I don't necessarily think all of the music is the best. Some of it does feel a bit ordinary, also because it is ordinary stuff they are talking about. So the music is not really doing something for me for the most part, because I just see it as it's not a gimmick, but it's it doesn't do anything for me. It's just it doesn't makes me more emotional involved with in just the way they are singing. But there are some specific themes that Michel Legrand has made, music themes that is very emotional and epic to hear. Sorry. Um, and there's this famous love theme between the main characters that you probably have heard, and that is very iconic, and you definitely understand why that is a classic. But it's the only really recognizable one I can sort of remember. There are some other ones that are also nice, but I don't think, because I really like Michel Legrand's work in general, and then I don't think this is his best work he has done. But again, the experiment works. I do understand the decision to make the dialogue to music. I understand that, and it's never really annoying, but it's something different. Um, and in the end, it's just a film that expresses emotion, the good emotions that happens when you are in love, but also the bad emotions that follows when things doesn't go the way you think. And it has a very very cinematic ending that I really 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 love. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know in the comments what you think of the umbrellas of Cherbourg, and I hope you will all have a very nice day. Bye.